Hello, this is Coach Ryan, and as we continue to talk about the different defensive coverages, we're going to now move on to cover one and give you some of the benefits of running a cover one defense. Now, if you take a look at the board, what you'll see is a basic offense formation, especially in youth football. You'll see some type of I form because a lot of people really like to run the ball, and what they're doing in youth football by that is establishing their presence, basically setting their will, letting the defense know that they're trying to enforce their will on us. And as a defense, we can't really allow that to happen. So you'll see a lot of I form, you'll see a lot of wing tees, you'll see a lot of wishbone formations when you're dealing with youth football, and it's simply because at this point in these children's development as football players, they don't really have all the actual tools to run a complete offense. So what we want to do is I want to give you some options as far as coverage-wise to help you basically attack these offenses or attack the type of things you may see on the field. So what exactly is the cover one? Cover one, as you should know, is just one defender playing back, meaning you're basically manned up. So again, I have this cornerback over here, man-to-man on the receiver. That's going to be both of our outside corners, so they'll both be manned up, all right? We will have our strong safety, him or the strong linebacker is going to be manned up on this tight end. Let's just go ahead and put tight end in here. All right, so one of these guys is going to be manned up on that tight end, depending on where that tight end goes. If he releases outside, safety may take him. If he releases inside, the Sam linebacker might take him, all right? The free safety is going to play the deep middle, all right? He's going to play the deep middle of the field. He's going to drop into the hole. And all he's doing is making sure that any deep threat, he's going to be there to assist on that. This is your double team guy. No matter who goes deep, whoever's the deepest of the deepest, he has to be there. So if you have a burner on the left side of the field and he just takes off, all right, this safety is there to protect against that. If the burner's on the right side of the field, that receiver's out there just shooting up that sideline, his job is to go ahead and make sure he covers over that. It's a cover one. You have one deep, all right? He's not necessarily just going to sit in the middle of the field. You don't necessarily want that to happen, all right? He's just back there to provide over-the-top coverage. All right, so let's look at some benefits of this particular defense, this particular defensive coverage, especially against this formation. So let's go ahead and get rid of the man-to-man assignment right now. And let's bring up the strong safety. All right, we're going to bring the strong safety up. And as you can see here, we have a 4-3 set. All right, 4 down linemen, defensive end, defensive tackle, another defensive end. All right, we have a weak side linebacker, also known as the will, whatever you want to call him, the middle linebacker, and your stud or your Sam linebacker, which is your strong side linebacker, playing to, if there's no tight end, he's going to play to the side of the quarterback's hand. Playing against a left-handed quarterback, you're going to play him to the left side of the field because the strength of that offense is to the left. More than likely, you're playing against a right-handed quarterback, so when he opens up, he's going to open to his right. He's more comfortable rolling to the right. He's more comfortable throwing to the right. So again, the default strong side linebacker is always going to be to the right side of the field. All right, so what kind of games can we play in this? By understanding this coverage and knowing that we have a man in a hole, we have one free safety back, all right? We can now bring up our strong safety. We're going to bring this strong safety up, and we can put him outside of the defensive end, all right? So we have a strong safety. That's a horrible S, by the way. So we have a strong safety, and he's going to play outside. So we basically have a 4-4 alignment here. You have 4 down linemen again. And now we bring the strong safety up, so that gives us 4 people at the linebacker level. And now, even though we're still in our 4-3 defense, cover one, we're showing a 4-4 to the offense. If you really want to get creative, you can go ahead and we can wipe out our linebackers and realign them. All right, you can have your guys shift. If you see this type of set, hey, we're in cover one, I want you guys to shift. When we go cover one, we're shifting away from the tight end. I have my weak side linebacker line up outside of the defensive end. I'm going to have my middle linebacker line up over the D tackle. Have my stud, my strong side linebacker, all right, line up over top of this D tackle. And what you're doing is you're giving like a stack front up the middle, all right, and we have outside protection by both the strong safety and the weak side linebacker. So cover one not only gives you opportunity to play man around again, so we have the same thing that we had previously when talking about cover zero, as far as we can press, we can bring pressure, we can play all types of stunts and games and things of that nature. It also gives you the opportunity to create false fronts or false alignments for the offense. So the offense may say, hey, against a 4-4, we like to attack this type of way. And if they're thinking 4-4, but we're not in a 4-4, we just snuck a safety up, they're basically now adjusting to something that's not really there. And I know you've heard a lot when you're watching football. They'll say something like that quarterback is seeing ghosts, or he's seeing coverage that's not really there. And that's what happens. There's certain checkoffs that the offense look for based on what they pre-read. And when they come up here, they'll say, okay, hold on. We have an outside linebacker up here. We can't really go to our slant. Well, we really may be running this man out, or we really may just have him up there, and this quarterback says, hold on, he snuck up, and now this strong safety is coming. So as a quarterback, if he's reading, he may read this as not even alignment. He may just be coming up reading that as blitz. That may be a hot read. Hold on, I gotta check over there because now they're sending pressure up there. We may not even be sending anything here. This man may just sit here. If you know that that's what the offense is going to check in, and that quarterback says, okay, hold on, this man's coming, check to a slant. As a defensive player, a guy who coaches the secondary, I may say, hey, I need you to come up, and I want you to just sit in this hole right here. I want you to just sit here. So when this guy runs that slant, he comes up here and runs that slant, that quarterback's throwing right to where we're at. So this is everything that we have when we're looking at a cover one. These are the different things that you can do. You can make it, make it however, adjust it however you like to make it fit what you like to do. But these are some benefits that you have when running a cover one. So let's just look at, again, what do we really need when we're running cover one? This is a blitz type defense, but we're being safe. You want to blitz, but you want to make sure you have a little bit of protection in case the blitz doesn't get there. So what do you need to make sure you have? You got to have press coverage. All right, you have to have press coverage because you got to disrupt the routes. All right, what that means with your cornerbacks, and again, I'm not trying to teach you how to play your alignments. That means they should be either up on the men, up on their receivers, or no deeper than 3 yards back. All right, so you want press coverage. You can send up to 6 men again, because again, just like cover zero, we don't have anybody back in cover zero. We have one man back here, but we can send 5 to 6 players when we're running cover one. So high likelihood of a blitz when we're in cover one, stunts again, or we can also we may say we want this safety to be manned up, and we drop into a zone blitz package. And how would we do that? We take the safety, put him in man-to-man on someone, and let's say we'll drop our weak side linebacker. Let's just go ahead and run that weak side linebacker out, all right? And drop him somewhere and bring this free safety up, man-to-man on the halfback if he rolls out. All right, so these are all types of options that you have. You can get very creative. And the only thing that you really need to do when you're creating your pressure is understand your coverage. Understand your coverage, where the weakness and the benefits of your coverage is, and then you can add whatever stunts you want in the background. You set your coverage. You know your coverage says, all right, if I'm going to be in cover one, if I'm going to be in cover zero, I need to be blitzing. Otherwise, it really makes no sense to just have everybody in man-to-man and not send no pressure. That's zone. You might as well play zone if you're not going to send any pressure. So man-to-man, we want to press. Man-to-man, we want to blitz. Man-to-man, we want to add our stunts, our line twist or whatever. And we also have the option, because now we have a cover one defense, we have the option to run some type of zone blitz package. All right, so this is our little talk. We're discussing about your cover one defense. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's move on to the next cover.